everybody that's watching. It's going to be very minimal gameplay here. Yes, I do have music playing in the background. I'm going to turn it down a little bit so it's not too loud. Yeah, I don't want it to be too loud. I don't usually come out of the woodworks with an update, so I'm very limited on time. I'm going to try to play a little bit of Nioh too. Nioh 1 and Nioh as well. Dang, I thought I got all the way over there. I thought I got the door open, but I guess I didn't. I got a few hours before work. But before I start with all this gameplay stuff, I wanna take a moment and just I've been watching a lot of old anime lately. Been watching Yu-Gi-Oh, rewatching old Naruto. Been watching a little bit of Sailor Moon. Today I just jumped back into Death Note, and I'm gonna tell you, watching these old animes really took me back to like 2007. Took me back to 2005. You know, took me back to the Pokemon era. Took me back. Sorry. Sorry. I forgot where I was with it. I lost my train of thought. I've been watching a lot of anime lately. Older anime and new anime. And as we get closer to ending, I don't have a lot of time, so I'm about to talk a little fast. I just had mouth surgery. Had surgery from the dentist Friday, so my mouth is still healing. But it's actually doing a lot better now. Yeah, nothing serious. Anyway, I don't know. I just don't know how to feel about the modern day era. And I don't know if it's because I'm just getting older. It's because a lot of things from my childhood just no longer exist. Other things from my childhood that did exist are just no longer here in its prime. And, you know, me personally, I just don't know, man. I mean, we're getting older, and a lot of people that are in their late 20s, early 30s, which is most of us that grew up watching Yu-Gi-Oh, grew up watching Dragon Ball, grew up watching, and keep in mind now, I consider late 20s anything from 25, late 20s, early 30s, I consider that to be 25 and up. I consider that as your late. It's technically late 20s is like 28, 29, but I'm rounding it from 25 and up, so it can be an even spectrum. And I just don't know. I just don't know what it is. Like I watch Yu-Gi-Oh, or I'll watch something from back then, and I'll just be teleported back to that time. And I've been meaning to do this for a while. I know I'm behind on a lot of stuff. We got the Mario review coming. Hopefully I can do another one of these talks at the end of December. Because I go on vacation. I get a little week vacation. Holiday Throwdown is still coming, so don't worry. Holiday Throwdown is going into the new year, so you ain't got to worry about that. I just don't want to keep giving y'all footage that I've already shown you. But the point of this quick talk, this quick rant, is to talk about what the past has done. And to talk about, what the past has done for us and how we need to look at the past. And I don't want people to be stuck in the past. That's not what I want you to do. I don't want you to go back to the year 2007. I don't want you to go back to middle school. I don't want you to go back to elementary school. I want you to be able to be where you are right now. Remember what the past was. Learn from the past. And learn how to make the modern day better than that. And that is something that we, as a culture today, we as people today, we're just not doing it. I mean, we got Charles Martinet, or if I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, retiring from voice acting Mario. We got Dragon Ball Super. Who knows when that's going to come back? Even if it does come back, if it does, if it doesn't, because at this point, I don't even want a Dragon Ball Super no more. At this point, I don't want Dragon Ball Super. Boruto's doing all right. It's not quite what Naruto was, but it's doing all right. This new Yu-Gi-Oh, and I get it. Like the anime that we watch nowadays, it's different. It's different because, and probably towards the end of this conversation, I'll try to do a little bit of gameplay, because I had to go back and restart some things when I got the PS5. So, but I actually upgraded Neo 2. I'm gonna try to complete Neo 2. I'm not 100%ing it, but I am gonna try to complete it. This era that we're in, I like 4Kids. 4Kids TV was great. Ended in 2017, to my understanding. Like I said, I haven't watched cable in so long, so I don't know what's still relevant and what's not. But, I'm working on getting cable back next year. That's the plan, to get cable back next year. The Cartoon Network studio is being destroyed. There's no more Cartoon Network studio. It's going to be something else now. And, I have women that are interested in me. Yeah, I'm a grown man that goes to work and pays my bills, but I just miss when I used to come home from school and the weekday and the weekend blocks were just banging. You come home from school and you'd have Gundam, you'd have Tenchi Muyo, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball. You just had so much stuff. And Adult Swim's working on it. They're trying to give us that era again. They're trying to recreate that energy again. So I give them the credit for Checkered Past. I give them that. But it's just not enough. And I just feel like it's like the bare minimal of effort. I feel like there's effort, but it's the bare minimal of effort. And so much time has passed on. So much time has passed on. So, reminding myself the point of this conversation, reminding myself the point of me going through this little talk and this dialogue. What can we do today to get that back? What can we do where we come home from work, no matter what time of the day it is? It could be, because some of us work late night, some of us work early morning, some of us work a standard 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or 7 to 3. Some of us work multiple jobs. So what can we do to get ourselves back on track? What can we do to get ourselves back to a time? What happened to just having a network completely dedicated to anime? Just having a sole network, streaming a sole network. I get it. We have Funimation, we have Crunchyroll, we have Hulu, we have streaming services now. So the need for cable is not as present as it once was. I get that. But we all have grown up. We all have grown. And those of us that were in middle school in 2007, 2008, 2006, the world is completely different now than it was back then. But we were babies back then. And you might say, well, what does that have to do with the things of today? It's not just game. It's not just anime. It's music. It's video games. It's like our world and our culture is just lacking in goodness. Cartoons nowadays, they're doing a lot of reboots and rehashing because they're trying to capitalize on that cash. So some of the reboots are pretty good. Some of the rehashes are all right. But I just need, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like when I come home from my first job, like I work Monday through Friday at a full-time job. Some days I don't even come straight home. Some days I go to the gym or I'll go to my other job. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Adult Swim Checkered Pass has probably been the thing that has made me look forward to coming home before I go to the next job or whatever it is I'm gonna do. And that's a lot of gas and a lot of driving on my part. But that's why you stream cable. That's why you stream TV now. You know? But I just need that thing to look forward to when I come home. Because what people don't understand is us that are adults now, or young adults now, we grew up with Pokemon. We grew up with Yu-Gi-Oh! We grew up with Naruto. We grew up with Dragon Ball, One Piece, Yu Yu Hakusho, Tenchi Muyo. We grew up with these things. And we want to see these things back to the way they were. We want to get the fandom, we want to get to the anime back to its prime. People say, well, Dragon Ball Super is the prime of Dragon Ball. No. Super is not the prime of Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Super rehashes Dragon Ball Z stuff. It's literally them just taking what they tried to do in Z. Like Zamasu. Okay, the whole arc with Goku Black. That was creative. Okay, that was creative. That was cool. That arc was good. But rehashing Frieza, now we rehashing Cell, even though it's Cell Max. I mean, and Dragon Ball Super is good now, don't get me wrong, because I love that Tournament of Power. Tournament of Power had me at the edge of my seat when I was watching it now. But I just feel like I feel like we, as a culture, we've lost what made stuff good. We lost what made things natural, what made those moments beautiful. You know, watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Saturday mornings on 4Kids was magical. Or not magical, but it was beautiful because everybody was sitting in front of the TV, regardless if you went outside or whatever you did. I mean, as a kid, most of my weekends were filled with playing video games. I don't know about you all, but most of my weekends were filled with that. I got out and played a little bit of sports. I got out and did a few things, but we just need that vibe again. We need another 4Kids. We need a checkered pass like Adult Swim's doing. Adult Swim has checkered pass. Don't know if you know what that is, but that is a block that comes on Adult Swim currently, right now, between the hours of 4 and 7 or 5 and 7. And they show Dexter's Laboratory, Courage the Cowardly Dog, the Powerpuff Girls. They show a lot of old school, classic Cartoon Network, early 2000s Cartoon Network stuff. And the question and the point at hand is, how do we get back to that time? How do we get back to Hanna-Barbera prospering again? How do we get, I mean, obviously we don't need another iteration of Scooby-Doo, but we could. And I get it, man. I get it. A lot of the people that we knew have gotten older. A lot of the voice actors have gotten older. A lot of the stuff that we used to do, we just gotten older. We're adults. We work. The stuff that was on back then was for the kids back then, which was us. I get that. I'll have to settle my point at a later time, at a later date. But for now, I'll end this video. But just remember, how do we get back to that time? Ask yourself that question. How do we get back to that time and learn from the past? I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. We'll do this again some other time. Peace.